So another question that I get asked actually a lot by people when they see my room, and I'm just going to clap my hands to demonstrate. You hear the reverb. It's a very lively room. Why are you not using treatment in your room to make the sound dead and more controlled? And I'll tell you why. Because I can have this room that is completely 100% treated, and it will sound dead and controlled, and every frequency would be perfectly audible, and the stereo image would be perfect, the surround image would be perfect. And then let me ask you this. In what scenario will you ever hear that again? And the answer is never. Not in a club when you hear a dance track, not in a bar when you hear a song, and not in a theater when you hear the score. All these rooms are big, they're reverby, they're slappy, they're noisy. So if you can make your mix tight and really good and really wide and really deep and full in a room that sounds so incredibly messy like this, then you're almost certain that when you hear it in a theater, it sounds better. So if I mix in a room that's completely controlled, and let me tell you what the difference is. A room that's completely controlled, it's almost like wearing a headset. The slightest change that you make in an EQ or in a level will result to a big change on your headset, and it will result in a big change in a controlled room. But it will not make a big change in a room like this, and it will not make a big change in a theater or in a dance club. And this is the experience that I had for 25 years when I was touring around the world, playing in big theaters and not theaters, like big stadiums and big clubs with a capacity up to 10,000 people, where the sound is so reverby that most of the dance tracks was just like a standing wave, like a woo. You couldn't hear anything. And my music always stood out as being loud and very crystal clear and very defined. And all these producers and DJs always ask me, it's like, how do you get that sound? And it's like, well, I'm mixing in a room similar to this. It's like, it's a cave. It's like one, reverby mess. So if you can make something really sound good in a messy room, it will sound great pretty much anywhere else, because the dead, completely controlled audio studio doesn't exist anywhere outside your own controlled, perfectly audio studio. So keep that in mind when you think about treatment of your room. Oh, you should take treatments in your room, not for yourself, but for the people outside. So this studio is very heavily treated to make sure that the sound that I'm producing in this room is not going to the bedroom of my neighbors. So that yes, I did. But I'm not treating the room inside to make sure that I get rid of all the reverbs and things like that. I love the lively room, and it makes my mixes sound better. So maybe that's a good advice, maybe not.